Tonight, from Nissan Stadium.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Rainey to return it. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, there was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
Now Hooker. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was third down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down, so this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Titan defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And this is one of those something's got to give games. You got the number one passing team in the NFL against the number one defense against the pass. A lot of times, the battle's in the trenches. We know that. We see it all the time. But this one, this game's going to be won on the outside.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Rainey now to return it. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. First down, and it's Pollard again. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A very solid gain of 27.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. For Kirk, there's a peek at the numbers in last week's game. 6 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. And he leads the NFL in receiving yards as we come down the home stretch. Weather may be changing across the country, but his consistency remains the same. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Throwing. Hooker. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. Buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They will find Davis. That's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. on fourth down on his Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On 1st and 10, Hooker. He completes it to Ridley. And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Come on, set, Cougar 19.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Hooker now on 1st down. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll run with Pollard. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They run it with Ward. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there, with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On 1st down, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
First down throw here. It's Hooker.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run the option left with Lawrence.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where you see the final score there. Alvin Kamara, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Patrick Mahomes, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. Open man. This is Brenton Strange, the tight end.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Now Rainey.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Hooker. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Here's Hooker. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Hooker now off play action. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Pollard will take it up the gut. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And the Titans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. Hooker. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans are able to widen their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, here's Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. .49-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Titans now.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Pollard again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The throw over the middle taken in. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Hooker's going to throw it. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Trying to run for it with Pollard.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
106 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Yeah, carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now this throw caught left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Lawrence to throw. That is caught. There he goes left side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back to throw. Hooker. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To throw again. Hooker. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man, Okonkwo. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Hooker to the air yet again. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And his pass incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is fielded at the 27. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Hooker on first down. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's second down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
2nd and 10, Hooker back to the air. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Jaguars come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Tennessee, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.